Hello and welcome to News Review from our home studios. We are locked down like many millions of other people because of the coronavirus, but we are still here to bring you headlines and vocabulary you can learn from them. Hi Catherine.
Hello Neil and hello everybody. Yes, today we have a story about onions. Neil, how much would you pay for an onion?
Oh, well, not much more than about 30p. That's about 50 US cents, I guess.
Well, here's a story about somebody who paid £20 for one onion.
£20 for an onion. Well, let's find out some more about that story from this BBC News report.
BBC
Newsbeat. It's one of the most important lessons in life. Don't leave your unlocked phone lying around. Jamie Mitchell wasn't listening though. His 1-year-old was straight on there, not with a joke Facebook status or a million selfies. Alice chose Deliveroo and spent 20 quid on an onion.
And the moral of the story is never leave an unlocked phone with a toddler. Well, that's what Jamie Mitchell did, and his 1-year-old daughter ordered a single onion, plus she got it delivered, and it cost £20.
Incredible. Well, I certainly hope they enjoyed that onion.
Absolutely.
Well, you've been looking at this story and you've picked out words and expressions we can use. What have you found?
Yes, today we have eye-watering, racks up and bemused.
Eye-watering, racks up and bemused. Okay, let's hear your first headline with that word eye-watering, please.
And we're here in the UK with The Sun first. The headline, that's Charlotte. Toddler playing with her dad's phone spends an eye-watering £20 on a single onion.
Eye-watering describes an amount much larger than expected.
Yes, so a two-word phrase here joined with a hyphen. The first word is I, E-Y-E, then a hyphen, and then watering, W-A-T-R-I-N-G. So eye-watering. Neil, what kind of things make your eyes water?
Well, painful things, unpleasant things.
Yes, nasty experiences, things that make you sad.
Yes, things that make you cry.
Painful things, yeah, things that make you cry. So, we use this figuratively to say an amount of money in this case that is really shocking, outrageous, much more than you're expecting, and can make you literally go, oh my God, oh I don't believe it, and almost start to cry with pain or fear or distress. That's eye-watering. Now, £20 on a single onion is a lot of money, and here it's described as an eye-watering £20. So the way we use this expression eye-watering is we have an eye-watering and then the amount of money that you spend on something. And it's to say it's an outrageous, shocking amount of money that you really don't want to spend.
This headline, though, Catherine, is a perfect example of a double meaning, a pun, a play on words as we call it. Can you explain what it is?
Well, yes, I can. Yes. Now, Neil, what happens when you chop onions?
I cry. my eyes water.
Yeah, it's a very common reaction to onions, cutting onions, isn't it? It makes you cry. So eye-watering here means shock at the amount of money, but they're using it in an onion story because it's a really cool wordplay, a very good example of headline wordplay.
It's not just about money, though, is it? It's to do with large amounts.
Yes, any amount which is more than normal, more than expected, and is a bit shocking and painful in a way. So you might say, I had to work for an eye-watering 24 hours without a break.
I did, yeah. I was trying to get that English for Cats video done on time. And
eye-watering English for Cats video, yes.
Yes,
I'm using it without a number there, but it was still quite shocking. English for Cats. What an idea.
Okay, let's have a summary of that word. Time now for our second headline.
And we're off to the BBC here in the UK now. The headline is Toddler Racks Up Eye-Watering £20 Deliveroo Onions Bill.
Racks up, gathers a large amount of something.
Yes, now this one's a phrasal verb. There are two parts in this verb. Racks, R-A-C-K-S, and the second word, up. It's a separable phrasal verb, so you can rack something up or you can rack up something.
Okay, obviously this is connected to the word rack. What is a rack?
A rack is a kind of shelf with a lot of compartments, a set of shelves with a set of compartments, so you can really put more and more things into these different spaces on your rack. You may have you got a wine rack, Neil?
I don't have a wine rack, but I have wine.
So if you had a lot of wine, a lot of bottles of wine, you might have a wine rack, which is a place that you can keep the bottles in separate compartments and it keeps them organised and tidy. So, and you will add to that wine rack, as you build up your wine collection, you will add more and more bottles. And that's the idea of rack up. You accumulate, you get more and more of something.
Gradually, often.
Usually gradually, it can be quickly, but it's incrementally, piece by piece, amount by amount. So if you rack up a big bill, in this case, you spend some money, you spend some more money, you spend some more money, and suddenly you spend a lot of money. You can rack up a big bill, you can rack up a surprising bill, you can rack up a £20 bill. In this case, there wasn't a lot on it seems like it was one onion plus delivery, so it wasn't a lot of accumulation, but the idea is that she's created this larger than expected bill.
Yeah, and you can give the sense also that something is getting too expensive. For example, you could say the cost of my house improvements are really racking up.
Yeah, you're spending more and more money. Yeah, it's a good example. The idea of rack up, it's usually not a positive idea. The idea is you're spending more than expected or too much money. Now,
okay.
Yes, rack up isn't always used just for money. It's for anything that you can accumulate. We often use it in sport to talk about your scores, Neil. Are you a cricket fan at all?
Oh, I love cricket. Cricket, for people who don't know, is a very popular game in England, Australia, New Zealand, India, the subcontinent, Pakistan, places like that.
Yes, and it's quite a high-scoring game, isn't it? You can score hundreds of points in cricket.
You score hundreds of runs, hopefully.
Sorry, not
yes.
points. It's runs. So, are you good? Can you rack up a good score when you're on the field in cricket, Neil?
Yeah, so I get my 8-year-old son to bowl at me in my garden, and I really rack up the runs. I knock the ball for 4 and 6 over and over again.
Neil, I'm not being funny, but I think I could rack up a good score against your 8-year-old.
It's not particularly fair, but it's very satisfying. Shall we have a summary of that
I think we better had.
If you would like to see another story about food, we have a good one here about eating red meat and whether or not that is a good thing to do.
Yes.
Where can they find it, Catherine?
Well, it's here. If you click the link, we answer the question, is eating meat really bad for you?
Okay, on to your final headline.
So we're off now to Australia for 10 Daily, and the headline is a dad's hilarious tweet about his daughter ordering onions on Deliveroo has gone viral. His bemused reaction leaving thousands delighted.
Bemused, meaning a little confused.
Yes, bemused. B-E-M-U-S-E-D. Bemused.
It sounds a little bit like amused. Is there a connection?
Well, it's related, I think. If you are amused, A-M-U-S-E-D, something's funny, something's entertaining, something makes you happy, it's enjoyable. So something that's amusing makes you happy and delighted. If something is bemusing, if something's bemusing, it is kind of funny and enjoyable, but it's also confusing. So a lot of things that little kids do is bemusing. It makes you feel bemused. So yes, you're amused, but it's because of some confusion or bewilderment or what just happened there.
Yeah, you often see tourists looking a bit bemused.
You do, yes. If you've ever seen a tourist in your hometown, somebody from overseas, looking at the food or looking at things, or trying to work out a ticket machine, they're kind of enjoying their visit to your country often, but they're kind of confused by things. They don't know how everything works, and they've got that like weird look on their faces. Do your bemused look for us, Neil. That's quite a bemused look. Imagine you're a tourist and you don't know what's going on. Kind of thing.
I've had that experience many, many times.
Me too, yes. And the experience of everybody else laughing at you doing your bemused face.
I do hope so.
What are the joys of travelling?
I hope it doesn't provoke bemusement.
Bemusement is a very nice noun, yes. You can have a feeling of bemusement, you can have a look of bemusement. When were you last bemused, Neil?
Well, a few weeks ago now, when we were in the office, I came in and there was this huge jar of biscuits, uneaten, right there, right next to Rob.
No.
Yeah, and it was full. He wasn't eating them. I mean, normally his face would be sort of pushed into the jar, munching away, swallowing and munching and all these kind of eating noises, but he wasn't interested, and it was extremely bemusing.
Incredible. I'm doing my bemused face right now. I can't believe my ears. Rob not eating all those biscuits. Was he ill that day?
He must have been. He must have been ill.
I'm not surprised you were bemused.
Okay, let's have a summary of that word. Time now for a recap of our vocabulary, please.
Yes, we had eye-watering, describes an amount much larger than expected. Racks up, gathers a large amount of something. Bemused, a little confused.
If you'd like to test yourself on this vocab, there's a quiz you can take on our website, bbclearningenglish.com. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.